This is the key to everything. Non-reaction and staying in the new awareness of self. That awareness of self, that new reality, that new awareness caused the new reality that you are aware of. We are loved, we're together, we talk all the time. He's back. He comes back, you're talking, and then you start having an awareness that you're not talking, that he hasn't texted again, that it's gone away, and then you're in this awareness, and that wonderful awareness that manifested the movement has stopped. So you're fucking surprised it stopped. You stopped. You stopped being in the new fucking awareness. All right, guys, let's do a laws lesson. And the suggestion has come from the Subconscious Laws Squad, as they always do now, and it's this: seeing movement and then it stops. What do you do when things are starting to move in your 3D reality? Now, movement is described in manifestation circles like you can see things happening in your 3D. So even though we're meant to be living in our minds and ignoring the 3D or just accepting the 3D or just letting it be as it is and living in our mind, well, we want movement out here. We want things to happen out here. That's the whole point, isn't it? The problem is that a lot of you look for the movement, and by movement I mean things happening that show you that what you're doing in your mind is working. So what would movement look like? Movement could be getting a text from your specific person when you've been in no contact and then you don't hear anything. Or it could be they like one of your stories on social media or something. Or you hear something about your SP's broken up with a third party, if you're manifesting the third party to go away and you and your SP together. Or it could be you've been offered a job when you're looking for a job, but it's just not the job you want, but you've been offered a job after looking for a long time. It could be you've been given some money, but it's not the amount of money you need just yet. It's things that are leading to and showing you that your inner world is working and the outer world is showing it, right? The problem is with movement is that when it happens and then it stops, that can trigger you guys. And that's a big issue that happens a lot. And if you go to my Q&A forum, either in my free group, Subconscious Laws in Facebook, or my paid group, The Squad, which is where Don't Be a Triggered Bitch, my current course, is taking place. If you go to the Q&A forum, you'll notice a lot of people triggered by the fact that they got to movement and then it stopped. And then they're like, now what? Now, the problem with that is, if you think about it, the way they got the movement was to live in their mind and reflect out their new thinking. And they weren't concerned with 3D, they were living in their mind. And suddenly they got movement. Suddenly they got an ounce of something showing them their manifestation is working. And then what did they do? They stopped being in their mind and started getting fixated on the 3D reality, which is what you shouldn't be doing. Your fixation on the 3D can actually stop the movement. Why would it stop the movement? Because you're meant to be living in here in your mind and not reading into what's happening. So reading into what's happening could be you're doing it in a positive way and then it turns negative. So I'll give you an example of you reading movement incorrectly and then giving it bad meaning, or actually stopping it, because you've got to understand you're the one who stops it. So if we understand we're the only cause, causation, not blame, not fault, causation, then you've caused the movement, but you've also caused the stopping. So what we have to uncover here is, how did it stop? Why did it stop? Well, because of you. So what were you doing or thinking that stopped it? Well, one of the things that you can do is stop focusing on the story in your mind that you've been focusing on that caused the movement. You get so enthralled by the 3D having movement, you get so caught up in it, you get so happy about it, you get so excited by it, you kind of stop doing what you were doing that caused that good movement. Some of you can fall prey to that and you don't realize you've done it. Then it stops and then you freak out thinking, oh my God, it stopped. Why? Why? Because you actually weren't living in your mind anymore. You allowed this out here to stop the process you were going through, which was really working. Or you didn't get thrown by the 3D out here. You didn't focus on it. You were living in your mind, but then the lack of more movement then throws you, triggers you. So I'll address this in part 3 of Don't Be a Triggered Bitch. We've already got part 1 out, which is about what triggers are and how you get triggered and how you cause them. Part 2 is all about, okay, we understand that now, we really accept that, and I really want you to accept that, but some of you might need some emotional regulation because you're so triggered right now. You need some things to calm you down so you can then get rid of that trigger and manifest. And part 3 will be all about now getting the reality you want. And part of that could be about getting movement, but then getting triggered by the lack of movement. Or you get it a little bit and then it stops. Or you get a little bit and it slows down. Now, what did I just say? The second example of someone who kind of messes this up and doesn't know why it stopped is they weren't focused on the 3D and they were still living in their mind, still doing all the techniques or all the new thinking or being in the new I am, which is how they got the new movement. And then they're in their new I am. Oh, they got movement. Oh, it's all working. It's working. He's come back. He's spoken to me. We've been in no contact. Now we're speaking again. Great, great, great. Oh, he loves me. We're so happy, blissfully together. I'm the wanted one. I'm the chosen one. We are in a beautiful, happy relationship. Any more texts? Any more? No. Okay. We are so blissfully, happily together. He loves talking to me. He loves sending me texts. He loves sending me texts. He really loves talking to me. He talks to me every day. He texts me every day. I get morning texts and evening texts and any more. I'm willing him to text me right now. He's texting me right now. He. What am I doing? I've gone from being just the new I am who's loved and adored and in the new relationship to focusing on the how, to focusing on what is happening or not happening. And I've changed what I was thinking. So I've gone from in this relaxed, knowing state to kind of freaking out. And so my new thinking has changed from this new I am that's caused the good reality to a freaking out or worrying about the how or the movement I am. Can you hear it? That person allowed the 3D to change their thinking, or they didn't even change what they were affirming about or anything, or the living in the end they were doing, but they still got thrown. Then they started to have a bad story about what they saw or the lack of seeing stuff. As soon as you go from it's really good movement, it's a good story, everything's working, to where is it, it's not working, why is it stopped? You've gone from the good story to the bad story. You've gone from the new I am to the old I am who doesn't get movement. You've gone from it's working to this doesn't work. It isn't working. There's no movement anymore. It's stopped. So guess what? That's your awareness of self. You've been in the awareness of self that they love you, they're committed to you, they're talking to you, they come back, they talk to you. Great. You stay in that awareness of self a little bit, then you get thrown by the 3D, you don't get another text, you don't get another call, and you start to think, oh, hang on, is this still working? What have I done wrong? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe this doesn't work. Maybe they're not going to call me again. Maybe they're not going to text me again. Are you in the awareness of self that caused the calls and texts? No. You're now in a different awareness, an awareness that it's not here, an awareness that it's not working, an awareness that it stopped. So that's what you'll manifest. If you're manifesting from your awareness and you originally had an awareness that caused the new reality, now you're in a different reality where it's not working and it's stopped. Because that's what you're aware of. So even in the question that this girl wrote in the squad, can't you see her awareness has gone from movement to no movement? I'm aware there's movement. Now I'm aware it's stopped. That's my new awareness. And I can only manifest from my awareness, so it's stopped and it will remain stopped. Listen to the question again and read in her question what her real awareness is. Seeing movement and then it stops. So that's your awareness. It's stopped. It's stopping. It's gone. It's not working. What do I do? Help. What's this awareness? I'm loved. It's working. They're here. What's this awareness? It isn't working. It's stopped. Help me. Even your questions, guys, you are focused on the wrong thing. You are in the awareness that it isn't working. You're in the awareness that it's not here yet. You're in the awareness that it's taking too much time. You're in the awareness that it's stopped. You're in the awareness of where is it? You're in the awareness of what do I do? What am I doing wrong? You're in the awareness of I've tried everything, now what? That's your new awareness. So that's what's manifesting. If you're thinking you've done something wrong, you've done something wrong. If you're thinking it isn't here, it won't be here. If you're thinking it's taking time, it'll take longer. If you're thinking it's stopped, it's stopped. It's that literal. So stop thinking that. The other day I did a lesson in Don't Be a Triggered Bitch about changing your awareness. And part 2, I give you an actual demonstration. And while I'm doing it, I'm trying to demonstrate having a new awareness. My cat shows up. My cat climbs over me, meows, goes behind me, and I have to have an awareness that the cat isn't there. So while I'm actually focusing on this, I have to not focus on the cat. So many of you are focused on the cat. Something's come along, you're like, oh, the cat's here. Oh, it's fucking up my whole video. I just didn't allow it to fuck up the video, guys. This is the key to everything. Non-reaction and staying in the new awareness of self. That awareness of self, that new reality, that new awareness caused the new reality that you are aware of. We are loved, we're together, we talk all the time. He's back. He comes back, you're talking, and then you start having an awareness that you're not talking, that he hasn't texted again, that it's gone away, and then you're in this awareness, and that wonderful awareness that manifested the movement has stopped. So you're fucking surprised it stopped. You stopped. You stopped being in the new fucking awareness. Oh shit, so it's me. Hello. Yeah, I can only manifest from your awareness. What are you aware of right now? Oh, it's not here. It's not working. He hasn't texted back. I might have fucked something up. What have I done wrong? Where is it? Is he going to text again? Should I text him? I'm going to go in the Q&A forum and ask what I should do. Okay, well, now you're in a really fucked up awareness and I can't help you right now until you go back to that other awareness that you had. So what do you do in this situation? You go back to that awareness. If something's thrown you, if a cat crosses your path while you're trying to do a video, you don't allow it to throw you and you stick with the new awareness. We are blissfully, happily together. He loves talking to me. We talk every day. He sends me morning texts and evening texts. God, he loves talking to me. This thing turns up. The cat walks across you. The cat being the 3D where the movement stopped. Okay, the movement's not great. Okay, oh, I'm turning my attention away from that movement that stopped. It hasn't stopped. It's still happening. Oh, there's so much movement. He's always talking to me. Why wouldn't he talk to me? We're together. In fact, he talks to me every damn day. He needs to talk to me. He needs to talk to me. Of course he needs to talk to me because we're blissfully, happily together and he loves me and I'm the chosen one and oh, I feel so good in this relationship and he makes me feel so happy and I make him feel so alive and he loves bing text. Because I've gone back to the awareness that caused the movement in the first place. And I've ignored the cat. Got it? Stop asking about what you should do when things stop. Stop assuming it's stopped. Stop being aware of that. Are you guys getting this? If you're not getting this, you need to watch part 2 of Don't Be a Triggered Bitch that I just dropped yesterday in the squad. It's part of your squad membership at the Subconscious Laws Squad private membership group. It's a Facebook group. If you haven't ever joined Facebook, you've left Facebook, come and join with a fake name. We don't care. Just tell us what the name is you paid with. It's $50 for the month, or if you join as a member for the full year, it's $35 a month. And I highly recommend you do it that way because we've got some killer courses coming up after this. We already know what they are and you guys are going to want them. And you're going to miss out on this one if you don't join now. And then these go on my website for a lot more money than $50. This will be like a $300 and something, $400 course, okay? So if you get triggered, if you get thrown, if your movement has stopped, if you have to emotionally regulate all the time because you get freaked out about whatever you're triggered by in your 3D, if you can't take your awareness off the cat, then come and join us in Don't Be a Triggered Bitch. It's on right now. Part 2 just dropped. Now, there's already part 1 there. It's a video and a workbook of tasks. Then part 2 is a video, workbook of tasks. And then next Monday is a video and workbook of tasks. You will get all 3 if you join now. Right? Sorry, Monday next week you get the next part. But you can catch up. Doesn't matter that we've already started part 1. It's all there for you in the guides section of the Subconscious Laws Squad. So come to my link tree or subconsciouslaws.com and come and join us. And already people are having real penny drop, mind-blowing moments, realizing what they've been doing wrong this whole time and where their awareness really was and why they're fucking it up or why the manifestation slowed down or why the movement stopped, etc. Come and read the comments if you don't believe me. Laws Part 2 is fantastic, extremely relaxing and grounding. Oh, good, darling. Part 2 of the course. Great, great. My cat's looking at me as if to say, don't bring me into your triggered world, lol. Guys, I'm absolutely loving the new course in the group. You are life changer, Laws. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Ellie. All right, guys. So many people are really enjoying this course. So I beg of you to get it before it goes on my website, just because monetarily it's much more wise to do it in the squad, and then you get all the other benefits of the squad. I mentioned on a squad live the other day, I go live on the weekends, guys, on Friday, that there are coaching sessions in there that I used to do that you can watch back. People forgot or didn't know. And now I'm seeing all these old advanced coaching sessions, one-on-one coaching sessions with me deep diving into people's like manifested realities, their self-concept, what's gone wrong, their specific person problem, etc. And everyone's rewatching them. There's heaps in there. And people forgot they were even there. Then there's Mentor Mondays on a Monday where our mentors, my highly skilled manifestors, will answer your questions. They answer the questions in the Q&A forum. There is so much content in the squad, guys. Plus you can watch all my live replays and go live with me on a Friday where I answer your questions. Plus you get this course. So come and join us in the Subconscious Laws Squad. And if you just want to join the free group, you can ask your questions in there, but you just don't get this course. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. And thank you so much for joining me. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. And if you're watching this back on YouTube, because I always repost these on my YouTube channel, Subconscious Laws, make sure you subscribe and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.